Good morning. Look who's back.
I'm back.
She's back, at least for this week.
This week and next week. Then leave.
I thought
I'm
next
leave
week
on
was-
Tuesday.
Yeah, next week.
No, it's the 30th.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Chris gave me the wrong dates, so I had the wrong dates. But hi, everybody. We're back. I'm back. Come on in. Let us know what's on your agenda.
Yep.
If you saw us coming to work earlier, we put up a video that we did a few seconds earlier in the morning on our way in this morning. And Paul got it right, what day it was. Because
Yes.
what's on your agenda.
Yeah.
So let us know what's on your agenda. I'm Sherry.
I'm Brian.
And we're with Factory Direct Craft or factorydirect.com. And we're here to just talk, and we want to welcome you in. Let us know where you're from, what's on your agenda, or what projects you're working on, what's going on in your world. If you've got any questions of us, we're like that too. We're here to answer any questions and let you know a little bit about a small company located, we are in Springboro, Ohio. We're Springboro, kind of down in the southwest corner of the state.
Almost halfway between Dayton and Cincinnati.
Between Dayton and Cincinnati. We're 38 miles from the Kentucky border, y'all. And we're about 30 miles from Indiana.
Yeah.
So kind of they call it the tri-state area down here. And that's where we're from, in a little town down there. And we ship our orders out of a pretty good sized warehouse here. So we're here for you. And we're going to give you some time to get in here. Let us see who the first person in is.
Yeah, let us know. Make sure you can hear us. Make sure you can see us. Let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah, we had people from everywhere last week. I saw you guys had Texas, some
Australia, people all over the place. Yeah.
All over the place, which, being at 10 o'clock Eastern time, that's not necessarily a great time for everybody all over the world, but it just seemed to be like the time between kids' activities at Mickey's on the other side of the table there, and the girls were in here earlier. I got an original artwork. I don't know if you can see that, but Aniston was over there drawing, gave it to me and said that I should show you guys that she was making pictures for everybody out in Facebook land. So, but anyhow, we've switched it up a little bit. It's to me it seems like as soon as the 4th of July is over, I know most people want it to still be summer, and it is. It's hot. It's warm here and everywhere, and everybody's out swimming and doing all that stuff. But things kind of switch over here at the warehouse. The containers start arriving and all the Christmas merchandise that we ordered in 2023 and the fall merchandise all starts coming in and coming into the warehouse, and all of a sudden things kind of it's like this fast exodus of patriotic. I mean, we still have all of our patriotic items and stuff that you see on the website, but it's like all of a sudden it's like, whoa, and people change, the orders switch over. We can almost see that, like on the 5th or 6th of July, they're ordering Christmas trees and paper mache skulls.
It goes straight
it's just like immediate.
I
mean, we ship that stuff all year round because we do carry the items. If you see it on our website, it's here. It's located in the warehouse, and we can ship it out to you. So that's what we're known for. We carry items all year round. So because we work with a lot of companies, movie production companies, stores, marketing companies and stuff, and if they're going to film a commercial or something, they're going to do it in July. So if they need fall leaves, they don't need them in October. They need them now or even earlier. So we have those items, and they're here. Yeah. And what do we carry?
What don't we carry?
We carry a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, everything basic art and craft supplies, faux florals, primitives, home decor. I still will make the argument that we're probably the largest importer of paper mache boxes in the country. Lots of dollhouse miniatures, fairy garden miniatures.
He's kind of macabre, but I just think he's fun. Don't you think?
Well, and it goes with today's theme.
It goes with today's thing. It's supposed to be, I guess, Raggedy Andy, or a mock-up of what Raggedy Andy would be if he was like one of those things in the movie. But anyhow, one of the cute things we carry a lot we carry miniatures for, I don't know, we have 20,000 different miniatures.
At least.
Yeah, at least. So we have them for every holiday and every event, and every occasion, and they're just fun. So... Who you got there? Hey,
Adam. Hi, Adam.
Adam did some cool stuff this week.
Yes.
Adam's been working on doing a lot of videos and things. And
Yeah.
he has some of the, you guys are going to love some of the cute things he's done with the Dollhouse miniatures.
Yeah.
And you're going to want to watch out for this gal. Now, she's supposed to be a Victorian maid and, like Downton Abbey type thing. But he did a great Halloween. I didn't take her out of the box. I should have, but I was too lazy because then I have to put her back in the box. But he did a great one with this, so you can watch for her. She's a star of the show, and she kind of dances across the scene. So they'll release that in the next few weeks, and you guys can have fun with that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, she's like the haunted maid of the mansion, I guess.
Yeah.
Looks like it's already been released.
Oh, has it already been released?
Was it posted?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I will go ahead and post
great.
that link.
Awesome.
Oh, great. We'll show you links to the things we talk about today, or if there's anything that you want to see today, we can post a link to that. There'll be a link here at the end of the live today that'll, for all the things, like I said, on our website. If you prefer to shop on Amazon, we'll have a link for that. Are you going to do a fair link?
Yes, Monday.
Monday.
They are having a market.
So if you guys are not familiar with FAIR and you buy items in quantity for your website or for a store, boutique, Etsy store, whatever, check out FAIRE, FAIRE.com. And there's just lots of vendors, and we are one of many vendors, kind of similar to how Amazon has different vendors on. So just like we just finished yesterday with Amazon Prime Days, next week we have Amazon Fair Days. Or
Yes.
not Amazon, Fair Market
yeah.
Days. That,
Yeah, Fair has been Market Days.
I
It's kinda there.
homogenized that together.
The
Fair
23rd
Market
to
Days.
The 25th.
Yeah.
So there'll be lots of promotions and things on there, and check it out. It's kind of fun. We sell things in there on bulk. In fact, one of our customers stopped up yesterday.
Yes.
Picked up an order yesterday, which for large wholesale orders, we can accommodate that if we arrange in advance that you can pick the item up here in the warehouse. We can't do that for smaller orders, but she picked up a truckload, so we can do that for larger orders and without a problem. And we gave her a tour of the warehouse. Such super nice lady. Hadn't met them before, but they're just doing all kinds of fun things.
Yeah. Good morning, Deneen.
Good morning, Miss Deneen. We miss you here, but you can come back in a couple weeks because last week, Paul and my husband and I, we have a car. So if you saw some of the videos last weekend, in 1973, my father bought me a car, and we still have it.
Yeah.
So he paid $50 for it. So I always tell Paul he got a dowry. He got me and a car.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we kind of spend a little bit of time during the summer and go to the car shows. So our next one will be the 1st of August, I believe. We'll be in Louisville, Kentucky, at a show there at the fairgrounds. So we'll give you more information about that.
Yeah.
And we would love if you guys are in the area, stop over and see us and say hey and meet us in person. We'd love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah. Good morning, Andrea. Andrea is tuning in from the Panhandle of Florida.
We like the Panhandle of Florida.
Who doesn't?
Probably good and hot down there now, I would
bet.
think. I bet. It's hot. Yeah. We really hot everywhere, but it's been kind of nice here. It's been really kind of odd.
Yeah.
It would be 90 and then it would be 70.
And a lot of rain.
A lot of rain. We had rained last night. My husband was trying to get the grass cut here. He did not get it done, so he's going to finish that up today.
Yep.
But he did get the weed seeded, and he said that's the hardest part here at the warehouse because we've got about 8 acres of ground. Is trying to keep on top of the grass and stuff. And because we are a small company, if we were a big, large company, we could pay someone, $40,000, $50,000 a year to cut grass at the warehouse, but we do it ourselves.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of things like that so that we can keep our expenses down, and then we can pass them on to you guys. And we appreciate the love that our customers give us. We love all those comments. Oh my gosh, people leave some of the coolest comments with their orders or on Facebook, YouTube, etc. Just about, because there aren't too many of us left.
No.
Yeah, there's just not too many independent
few.
of any genre. I don't care. So we always try to make a point of going out and visiting local restaurants. You'll see we've done a couple Hey Mr. Paul videos with that where we've done some restaurants in the area and that kind of thing. But yeah, we try to take care of the little guy because you'll miss them when they're gone. That's always, we talk, we sit around and talk about, we've done that here, about old restaurants and things that used to be around, but we've got to patronize them so that they're here. We watch Coffee Walk. Have you ever watched YouTube Coffee Walk?
Yeah.
It's on Cars.
With Dennis Collins?
Collins and
I
Coffee
watch it all the
Walk.
time.
We watch them, and he always visits a local restaurant.
At the end of everything, wherever he buys the car from, he said, "What's your favorite local restaurant
And everybody needs to do those things because when those favorite local restaurants are gone, they'll say, "Oh, I remember we used to go there," and blah blah blah.
Yeah, so, Andrea said you have great items. Thank you, Andrea.
Well,
we
thank
appreciate
you,
that.
Andrea.
We try.
Yeah, we try. We really do. And we're working on things for next year, for Christmas and Halloween next year. So if you guys can think of something or you remember something you used to have, we like to bring back some of those older vintage items that are hard to find.
Yeah.
Can we always do it? No. In fact, we were searching for one yesterday, and I think we're going to be able to get it. So
awesome.
But it won't be this Christmas. So we'll talk about that next year.
Oliver Tyler said, here in the UK, independent craft stores are near enough all dead.
Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of the same way here in the States as well.
I was talking to a Dollhouse miniature guy earlier in the week, and he said there used to just be, and you guys will remember this, there used to be a miniature store or a local craft store. Here in Springboro, Franklin area, there was one right here.
Yeah.
Down on the square, there was a craft store.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's been gone 25, 30 years. And here's what he was saying. He is down to, there are 18 miniature stores that he works with nationwide.
Yeah.
Where there were hundreds and hundreds, and everybody remembers there was the little store on the corner. I think that's why I like Vermont. There's still some little stores on the corner type thing, and that's fun. So, but if you're here, whether you're here live with us this morning or you're on replay, reach out, tell us what you're thinking, tell us what you do. Tell us who you support in your area. We'll be glad to pass the love on for that too.
Yeah.
Because we all need to stick together
100%.
on this. Till,
and let us know. I mean, we've always tried to make this show very much driven by you guys. So, if you've been here before, we have a different theme every week. Sherry usually sets something up, pulls some different products. For example, this week we've been asked a lot about Halloween stuff. Like I said, as soon as we got past 4th of July,
it was like
Halloween. So
people are going, it's too early. I get it, but then it was like fun, and we have some cool things,
there's
and
some really cool Halloween
we have some
stuff.
cool Halloween stuff. This Garland you see with the big balls and stuff, it's not in yet. And it's gotten delayed. There's been some delays of containers. Not as bad as during COVID, but still, hopefully. But other fun things we had. I was showing somebody this one. These are so cool, and they come in a couple different sizes. But here's the thing about these. Watch this. You can bend them up so you can lay them down and store them, or you can put things inside.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We had these years ago as an apple, back when apples, you guys will remember that, country and apples and all that stuff. So a couple years ago, I was like, I wonder if we could do this as a pumpkin.
Yeah.
And because it was so neat, because you could store it, you can, open it up, put a flower arrangement inside it, then open it back up. Or like I said, it's not going to take up too much room when you're storing. So we have it in that size, and then we have a little larger one here too. Kind of hard to see because but same thing. See, folds down flat, so you can and then open it back up, put your goodies inside. This one would be so cool to put on a table, like for a fall wedding or something, rustic wedding, barn wedding. You could put a candle and maybe a candle ring inside or some flowers or thing, and it's all metal, including the stem, the little corky screw thing, the leaves, everything. It's all 100% metal with, I guess, a hinge thing there on the bottom. Yeah. If you can see, and that's what. But yeah, super cool, and obviously could be used all fall long, clear up till Thanksgiving Day. Another thing, I stapled this up here, so I can't. This is something we have. You can put in a wreath or something. Yeah, I stapled it because I couldn't figure out how to get it today.
Oh yeah, because
I stapled all the deco mesh because I wanted it to flow down through there, and I was like, I can't get it to do what I want, so I went and got a stapler. But this is so cool for a wreath, and I'm not sure exactly what it's made of, some kind of probably pressed wood or something like that. But fairly sturdy.
Actually, it feels like resin.
Yeah, you think? I don't think it's resin. I think it's maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure on that. We can investigate that more. But I'm pretty sure it's like a pressed wood.
Could be, yeah.
And there's glitter around the edge, and then the spider and his web and everything are made of glitter. Super cute for the center of a. Now I've got it up there. Oh, I see what it is. My stapling. Super cute for the middle of a wreath or something like that, or just to hang up somewhere. But nice, substantial, good sized piece, as you can see. And this one here, we don't have tons of these left, but we got one of these where we bought a place that was going out of business. Very sparkly, but he's got a cool boho vibe going on.
Yeah.
He's kind of eclectic looking. I think it's supposed to be an owl with a pumpkin, with a jack-o'-lantern. But yeah, I love him. Metal legs
like
there. A cat. Well, he does look like a cat. But
I'm
I'm pretty sure it's an owl.
Isn't it owl?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's an owl.
Yeah, I see.
He's got a hoop.
And he
His
looks
nose
like
looks like an owl.
he's like made of
Let me
stitched
see if
up
I can get him up.
fabric.
So you
and-
guys can vote, see if you think he's an owl or a cat. But yeah, we're pretty sure he's an owl with a witch's hat. Super cute. Like I said, don't have tons of them left. Pretty inexpensive. Do you remember?
It's $6.29.
$6.29 for that. I mean, and this one is resin.
That one
This
is resin, yeah.
This is resin. His legs are metal, so that they're more substantial. Nice designer piece. We bought it through some kind of a closeout. Here, I'll show you. It was some place called Josie B or something. So not sure, some higher end boutique type stuff. But yeah, super, super neat piece. I love him. And then we have of course, the jack-o'-lantern stack back here. Mm-hmm. And that is very inexpensive also. It's got stakes if you want to. I had propped it up with a restand because he's got stakes to go down in the ground, so like you work on out front or something. And I put him back here.
Yeah, we got some comments real quick.
Super
Let's see.
stuff.
Oliver said he works with. Oh, that's pretty cool. He works with old Formula One car parts.
Oh, cool.
He
Yeah.
says he's been up to his eyeballs in carbon fiber dust after cutting up some key rings and necklace pendants.
Yeah,
He said-
have you been down in Paul's office? He has it's out of a car part, out of a Formula One, and it's made into a coaster where it's some kind of a cog looking thing. I don't know my car parts, but yeah, I each person's office here is kind of in the theme of what their hobbies and stuff are. So yes, he does that. So that sounds like something like what you do. Really super cool. People
Yeah, he
always
said,
come to-
genuinely love what you do and thanks for the many inspirations. Happy to
Oh,
help
that's so
and happy
cool!
to share.
Yeah, and if you do make it to any of the car shows, and we're around, we'll let you know on the ones we don't do as many as we used to because we're busy here working. But yeah, cool stuff.
Tony Paulson said, love the foldable pumpkin.
Yeah, it's really
and
neat.
Tony agreed that it was an owl.
Yeah, I agree.
It's an owl.
It's an owl. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
it's
she's
an owl.
wrong. It's an owl.
I
If
was
you want
wrong.
it to be a cat, it's Halloween. You can make it anything
Yeah.
that you
If
want.
you're
it.
crafty
If you're
enough, you can make
crafty,
anything into anything.
That is right. You can make it. So I showed you my little. I showed you this Andy one, but this one's super cute too. Look, check this one out. This is a Dollhouse miniature, like I suppose bucket for what the kids were supposed to take. It's got a jack-o'-lantern face on it. It is resin with a metal handle, and it's teeny tiny. One of our more customers' favorites for Halloween is that one. So what else have I got over here?
Got all kinds of stuff over there.
I do. I have fun stuff. I like these. And these are, again, something we got in a closeout deal. But they're so neat. It's supposed to be, let me show you. You're supposed to be like clip it in your hair or something. But it's in the back. It's got the clip for your hair, but it also, I guess you could wear it as a brooch.
Yeah, it's got a
You
pin,
put
so
it
it could
on
be.
a wreath.
Right, but
Yeah.
that's what I would
attached in multiple
suggest.
ways,
I
yeah.
think it would be, and it's inexpensive.
Yeah. Let me see.
It's got the Decomet. I mean, it's just got, and I haven't taken the time. It's got a spider. There's just a lot of cool stuff. Some tools.
$4.99.
$4.99. I mean, you stick that on a wreath, and it really will pop. And you've got, it's all pre-cut, pre-done. And like I said, fluff it up a little bit. This silver stuff's supposed to be, I guess, the spider web. But super cute piece. Like I said, originally supposed to be for some kind of hair accessory. But yeah, that's where I saw it. I could see it was for a wreath or something like that.
Oliver said, as we say when I had made the comment, if you could make anything out of anything, he said, or as we say in Yorkshire, he said, you can make out of nout.
Well, I never heard that saying. We have a lot of sayings, but yeah, my mom, my family's from Kentucky and down south and stuff.
Yeah.
So they always said that you could, we used everything on the pig, but it's squeal. So it's kind of like that, you know. So you haven't heard that one?
No.
Well, you're not from the south.
No, I'm not.
Anyhow,
No.
in other words,
I'm from
meaning
Cleveland. We don't
you
have
don't
that saying.
Well, you weren't living on a farm.
No, I wasn't.
And doing all that stuff, but and it's kind of like that in crafting. Is you same thing.
Yeah.
You use everything because I'll sit there and look at things. My husband says sometimes I'm odd, but because I'm like a hoarder or something, or
Yeah.
some weird thing. He's like, well, okay, what are you gonna do with this thing? I said,
Yep.
oh, wait and see, wait and see.
You can always find
There's
a
always
purpose.
Yep.
things.
And Meglis Cottage is here this morning. Good morning. Glad to see you again.
Hey,
Regular.
so glad you stopped back
Yep.
by and said hey this morning.
Bonnie Triplets here.
Oh, hello
Bonnie's
again,
here almost
Bonnie.
every week.
I've seen Bonnie on here
Oliver
before.
said perfect pronunciation.
Oh, well.
That was completely by accident,
that
but
would
I appreciate
be accident.
that.
I wonder, I've often wondered, you know, we're all related, we're all cousins in the
Somehow,
big
yeah.
world, but how we
Yeah.
got up all these different accents and how we came from Europe, but we got over here and how we got down south and all that kind of stuff. This little paper mache guy, this little, if I can get him turned around there right, jack-o'-lantern is our most popular paper mache Halloween
Yep,
fall
by far.
item. So on this side, he's got his jack-o'-lantern face for Halloween, but you turn him around and there he is. You can use him later on in the season. So kind of a dual purpose. We also have them that it's just this way on both
Yes.
sides.
Yeah,
If
just
you
the
don't
solid one,
want
just
that.
pumpkin.
But these are all hand carved. These are handmade and the faces are hand carved, so they will vary a little bit. I was looking at one yesterday. It kind of looked like a mustache, but that's what it does when you go carving pumpkins and stuff. But
Yeah.
people have, oh my gosh, I've seen some of the stuff that our customers have done with this. Fabulously talented, creative people, and I love all that stuff. Yeah, we've got some videos and different things on different ones that customers have done with that. But cool stuff, cool stuff. What else you got?
Let's see. Got more comments. Oh, Bonnie said that's right. We use everything.
Everything, yeah. I like this little piece of something, and it almost pains me. Does it pain you to throw something away? Because I like a spring off a pin or something. I'm thinking, well, that could be something in a
Yeah.
miniature. What could I use that for? I could make the top of a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern or something, or whatever. And it just
Yeah.
pains me. I'm like, and then I'll get real brave, and he'll watch my husband. He will watch me throw something in the trash and just kind of watch me to see if I'm going to take
Just see
it
if you're
back
going to go
out.
back and see if you go back to the
Yeah,
bin and
he'll-
take
he'll
it back
go,
out.
Yeah, like an intervention.
No,
or
I mean
something.
you're right. I mean, try to reuse everything. All my carpentry projects, I
Yeah.
keep
all the little
any
scraps of
any
wood.
scrap wood over 4 inches. I literally built a big shelf against one of the walls of my garage, and all my boards are in there,
Absolutely.
going back 20 years. But once in a while, it's like, you know what?
Always
It's
good.
always-
I
but you know, you
need
can
a
do
14-foot
mosaics
section
out
of
of wood.
pressure treated wood, and I don't want to have to go buy a 6-foot board. I probably have one over there. It takes a while to sort through it, but a lot of
But
times I
haven't
have
you seen
it.
all the mosaics they do with all the little scrap pieces of wood?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it charged because it's art, right? It's art then.
Yeah.
It's not scrap
Yeah,
pieces
definitely
of
it's not
wood.
scrap, yeah.
It's art.
Good morning, Kat. Kat, how's the weather in Nebraska? I want to know what we're up against over the next week or so.
Yeah, can let us know what the weather is. It's gorgeous here today.
It's beautiful.
It's
It's like
beautiful today.
76 degrees.
That's perfect.
breezy.
Yeah, not hot, just really nice. Yes, nice breeze, everything. The car show last weekend, we were in Columbus, so not terribly far from here.
But it was hot
It was
last
pretty
weekend.
warm. Oh, yeah, it was pretty warm. But I just looked for some shade.
Yeah, my
hang
son's
out
got
and
his
talk to
first
people
high school
and-
soccer tournament this season, preseason tournament this weekend. It's supposed to be like mid-70s.
Oh, that's
something like that.
perfect. That's perfect. Now that's
We've
kind of almost.
sat through some sports tournaments where it's in the 90s all weekend, and it's brutal.
Yes,
but-
we've done some car shows like that too.
Yeah,
Where's-
Oliver said he can't throw anything away.
Oh, good for you,
He said
Oliver.
the moment you do, the very next day, you always
Yeah,
find the perfect
exactly.
thing you could have
It's
used
like,
it for.
oh, crap,
It's
do you-
100%.
Or have you done this? I have thrown it away, and you get part-timer's disease, meaning part of the time I remember and part of the time I forget. So I throw it away, I forget I throw it away, and then I go to search to find it.
And spend
Yeah.
forever
It's been
going
forever
through
since I
everything.
threw it, and I'm like, oh crap,
Yeah.
I threw that away.
Yeah.
Like, this shouldn't have,
Yeah,
so
there
that
was-
makes you not want to
There's
throw
a
it
funny
away.
video that someone sent me on YouTube where it's this dad and his son that do comedy videos, and they're trying to fix like a bed because like one of the legs broke, and the son looks at his dad. He goes, "If only we had a 10-inch long 2x4 that was glued at 90 degrees to a 2x6, and the dad's like starts freaking out. And he runs to his garage and he's going through all this stuff and he pulls out exactly that.
Exactly.
It's like a board glued to a teeth exactly 10 inches and he brings it in and they're like celebrating. Like, I can relate.
It does pain me though, I'm telling you. But then, we just live in a little condo because we're gotten older and we're downsizing. But we're not real good at that. But we try, so we can't have as much collection as we used to have.
Megalix said, Megalix Cottage said, I save everything and find a use for it. That's
exactly, and it's so, and then you feel real proud of yourself because you found this creative use. That's part of the thing. We've told you how we go out and we find companies that are going out of business and we buy things. And part of the reason sometimes that an item is a closeout is because they didn't quite either explain how to use it or they didn't see the vision of it.
Right.
And over the years, we've found some of the coolest things. And I know photography will say, okay, what's your vision of this item? Because they can't figure it out. And then and we'll sell out of it. We found a place one time that had all this vintage office stuff. Think of the old clips and the old weird paper clips that I don't even know if they make them anymore. And all these kind of things. Some were a little bit rusty. So nobody wanted that stuff. So we bought it all. And we brought it back. And it was so much fun. We did a bunch of things with it. And it didn't take long. And it was sold out. So we're always looking for old office supplies are really cool. But anything.
Kat said the weather in Nebraska, a little steamy. I'll take steamy over stormy.
It was last week the hurricane swung around and came through here. So we had a couple days really not breezy, we're really windy. Not tornado hurricane type, but pretty windy and a lot of rain.
Enough that I had to go out and pick all the patio chairs back up and blown over and the
trash
hammock
cans and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
We were driving in it and we were on our way for camping and
it was windy.
For a very rough drive.
I think a lot of truckers and stuff had to pull over. It was so windy on some of the major interstates.
Yeah, Megalix Cottage, she said they've seen the video I was talking about with some of the
it's really funny. That sounds fun. I'll have to you have to send it over to me.
Kat Zone said, yes, best words ever said, quote, it's got to be here somewhere.
Exactly. It's got to be here somewhere.
It's like, I know I have that somewhere and you got to find it.
And I'd like to think it's not because of old age, just maybe disorganization. But I try to be fairly organized. Somebody was up yesterday. They toured the warehouse and they said this was the most organized warehouse they've ever been in, and with 47,000 different items. Yeah. If you haven't seen, Brian has a video where he goes out and kind of goes around. Could you link that video in this?
Sure.
I've done a few out there.
Yeah, where he's out in the warehouse so you can get an idea of how many different items we have. And he did it after hours. So
the one where I drove the packing wall one end to the other.
Yeah, because people want to know, because there's a lot of companies out there, and you look at that and you say, I want to buy XYZ, but it's not in a warehouse. They drop ship it from China or wherever. And it's going to take you a little longer, but if you place shorter here, you're going to get it really fast. That's what we're known for. So usually, there's hiccups along the way if it's over in another warehouse or something. But most orders go out within 48 hours. Definitely, many the next day or the same day, depending on what time of day you set. You place your orders. So that's really cool, and we pride ourselves on that. And if any question, like we said before. And in case you came on here late, I'm Sherry.
And I'm Brian.
And we're with FactoryDirect.com. And we are an online retailer of craft supplies, miniatures, paper mache. We're the largest importer of paper mache in the United States. We're just a plethora of other things, artificial flowers and tchotchkes that we happen to find I say, I have a vision for that. I see all this other stuff we can do with that. So we have a lot of stuff out there, but we pride ourselves on having unusual things that you can't just find anywhere. I think there's even a video where I tell you that too. But just things, and we pride ourselves on our customer service.
100%.
We are a small company. You're not dealing with someone in China, obviously. I have a little southern drawl in here, my accent, but we do speak English. But we also have Spanish-speaking operators for those that feel more comfortable with that.
And if you reach out to us on live chat, if you call us, if you email us, we don't use chat bots. We don't use AI.
True. I hate that when I'm trying to contact someone.
And I get, as a customer service director, I get emails daily from companies saying, let us help you with your customer service. You can outsource it, or we have a chatbot. And I always tell them, thank you for reaching out to me.
I think
we will
people
never,
wanna-
ever outsource our customer service outside this building or use
Right.
bots or
I
anything
think
like
of
that.
like when you used to go to the pharmacist and the pharmacist knew you and he knew the type
Yeah.
of things that you wanted and he knew what was best for your health and you could talk to him as versus the experience that you have now. And that's the same way. If you remember, you could go down to your local craft store and you could go in and you could talk to the person there in the aisles and they could help you. You could tell them what you're looking for and they could help you find the item you were looking for.
Yeah.
That is what we want to be. Just pretend you're coming down to the local store.
Yeah.
When you just pop in, we're there during the week
Yeah.
on live chat.
Yeah.
If you were here on the weekend, drop us a comment through Facebook, through YouTube, through Instagram. On the the website has an email option also, and we will answer you even on the weekends.
Yeah.
So, unless we have the building blown down, and I'm sure you'll see that on the news. We're
not.
here. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Yeah, it was a little windy last week.
Little bit.
It was like, ooh. But no, hey, we're here. We're here to help you, and we want to help you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're coming up on half an hour. You ready for some questions?
Oh, I love questions. He surprises me with these. He never tells me ahead of time. And that's part of the thing, is kind of the fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to really.
And I got to give you credit because you're such a good sport about this every week. Last week when Deneen hosted, she reversed it and was asking me questions.
It's not as
and
easy.
she ran anything by me, and I was like,
ooh.
oh.
She told me she was going to do that. She goes, I'm going to reverse it this week.
I mean,
questions.
there was a little bit of nervousness because
Yeah,
I'm like,
there is.
I don't know what she's going to ask. It could be about anything.
Well, in case
she's
you
married to my
didn't
best
know.
friend, so she's got some help in asking
that's
questions,
true,
diving
too.
deep.
But in case you didn't know, I'm a little chatty.
A little bit.
Yeah. There used to be a Chatty Cathy doll. Older ladies. You remember her? Really cool. One of the
Yeah.
first ones. You had a string you pulled and she Chatty Cathy. So they used to call me Chatty Cathy.
All right,
But
so
my name's not Cathy.
this week's questions are going to kind of be based off of the fact that you were at the Good Guys Car Show last week.
Okay.
So, we know about your Nova
Yeah,
and how much
yeah.
you love it. If you didn't have the Nova, non-Nova dream car, classic dream car, if you didn't have the Nova and money was no issue,
A 1963 Corvette.
there it is.
I don't know. Paul saw one up at the Good Guys show the other day, and $350,000. So
Woo.
I guess I'll just keep on dreaming.
You're like, I guess I'm happy with the Nova.
Yeah, I'm happy with the Nova. Dad paid $50.
Yeah.
The Nova is really cool. If you Google me, you'll see pictures of us with the Nova.
Yeah.
It's been all over. He did it. Well, he started before COVID, but did a lot of it during COVID. Yeah.
Kat said she had one. Which one?
A
Which
63
one?
Corvette or a Nova?
Yeah.
Which one did you
Which
have? The Nova worth okay money. The Corvette worth let's retire money.
Yeah, that's so we'll wait on what Kat answers on
especially
that
split
one.
window, original condition,
Yeah.
original paint. The dad brought it home and parked it in the garage. $1 million.
What was the coolest car you saw when you were walking around the show? You can't say the Nova because we know it's a cool car.
Yeah.
But
Oh my gosh,
did
there's
anything
six.
stand out?
They said on up there. They were advertising on the Columbus television stations, and they said there were 6,000 cars.
Yeah.
Oh,
Obviously,
gosh.
you probably didn't see all of them, but
No,
I'm sure
obviously
walking
not.
through,
And
did
there's so many
anything-
different genres.
Oh, Kat had the Chatty Cathy doll.
Did you have the Chatty Cathy doll? Really cool. She had a blue and white checked little dress with a little apron. Yeah. Of course, mine long gone, but yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, she was cool. I think she quit chatting.
Ah,
But no, I don't know. That one's tough because.
just wonder if
Oh my
anything
gosh!
like
Well,
just
I
caught your eye,
guess
like,
the
ah.
$350,000.
The Corvette?
I honestly did see it. Paul saw it, but
Yeah.
Gosh, that one I have to think on that one because there was just too many
Stumped
cool.
you.
You stumped me.
I almost
There's
never do
some
that.
rods, but then I don't think I'd like to ride in those because those guys, when it was raining the other day, they rode. They have no roof.
Yeah.
And that didn't look like fun.
No.
So
No.
I don't know. Probably. Gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be able to answer here in a few minutes.
All
I'll
right.
think about it.
And then lastly, you had mentioned that Paul's not allowed to compete in that show anymore because he had won before. I heard a rumor
Yeah.
that he's somehow.
Well, it wasn't that he
still-
wasn't allowed
No,
to
no, but
compete.
he had-
It's just that when you win,
Right,
that's
they-
it. You're not there because
Yeah,
they
there's
don't want
nothing-
the
you can't-
same person.
Right,
to
they don't
win
want the same
every
person
year.
to win. Yeah.
And he finished the paint job on the Nova was done about 7 years ago, so that's old.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, it is. It's gorgeous, and he did a great job. So yeah, we didn't put it in any kind. They have different areas where you can put like cars
Yeah.
for competition. You know, there's like for 55s and 57s, and there's air cooled, so that's your Volkswagens.
Mm-hmm.
There were some cute ones of those. I like those. But there's just so many different things, trucks and such.
Yeah.
So we actually parked at the guy that did the paint job on the. He had 5 cars that he had done, so he was trying to do like marketing, I guess, right? So he had them all the cars lined up so that people could see, and then maybe they'd want to hire him. And so we were parked there, and I was sitting there, and I saw these guys come over and start walking around the car, and I thought, well, okay, people do that. It is cool, and they're looking underneath, and they're trying to figure out what it is, or they want to tell you about, because they made millions and millions of Novas, or Acadias is what they called them in Canada. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Did not know that. So same car, just called an Acadia in Canada. So I saw them, and then they left, and they were in a little golf cart, and then they came back, and they did the same thing, and Paul was up talking to somebody else, and they said, how would you like to be a winner? And he's like, well, I like to be a winner. And so he won for best use of color, in other words, like the best paint job type thing. So PPG, which is the company that sponsors with Good Guys Car Show, and that's who so yeah, we got this really cool trophy. Google us again, you'll see picture of Paul with this. It was really almost a piece of art. It's a big glass, hand blown, with
cool.
lots of color in
Yeah.
it. Really super cool. So yeah, so we did win.
Awesome.
So we did win. It was that was a total surprise because we absolutely were not expecting anything.
Yeah. Oliver Taylor said, money no object, either a Ford Sierra RS 5000 or a 66 GT40.
Yeah,
GT40.
that'd be, or like a I don't know, 409. She's so fine, my 409. But then those are too long to fit in our garage. Our garage is short, so we always, we see these really cool, because like some of the
like the
station
old Thunderbirds
wagons,
and stuff like that. And they're so
oh my gosh, the
long.
old Pontiacs and all that stuff. And I look at them, and we look at each other and go, wouldn't fit in the garage.
No, yeah, you need a 30-foot garage to
you'd have to have it.
park
I
them
mean,
in
yeah,
there.
we were at a car show a couple years ago, and it was so cool. And it was this green, vibrant color, and it was some kind of, they had done truck van thing, and I was like, oh, that is just totally awesome,
Yeah.
but won't fit in the garage. Won't fit in the garage.
Catstone said 2-door 68 Roadrunner.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool
That's
too.
pretty cool.
Well, with the ones with the Super Bs or the Road Runners, those are super cool. Yeah, very neat, very expensive. Some of those ones with the taller ones with that taller thing in the back. What's that called?
Well,
the
yeah,
back.
it's like
You
the-
guys,
it's like the-
you
yeah, it's got the
guys will
big
know.
spoiler
I'm
in the
not
back,
a
the
real
big wing
car
in the back.
technical person, but yeah, I think some of those are bringing over $1 million.
Over $1 million.
Over $1 million.
Yeah.
Crazy, insane money.
Yeah.
But no, my dad didn't get me one of those. He got me a '64 Nova for $50.
Yeah, there was a guy at my old house right around the corner that had a Super B.
Oh,
in his
yeah.
front yard, parked it like for sale. I'm like,
Yeah, how much would you?
that's not a car that you just throw in your front yard with a for
what
sale
did he
sign
want?
on
Yeah,
it.
what did he want
I didn't
for
get a
it?
chance to look.
Yeah.
It was out there for a couple days. I didn't get a chance to stop by, and then it was gone. So
all
I
those
assumed-
old cars are just it's some of them it's insane money. It
Yeah.
really is. But
Yeah.
it's fun, and ours is fun because it has a story.
Yeah.
And that's what people are always
Yeah,
like.
I mean,
You
you've
really
had it all
owned
that long.
you
It's
really
not like-
owned it. Well, what did you
Yeah,
do with
it's
it?
not like, I want to restore a car, and you just found a deal on an old Nova
right.
or
No,
something
no,
like that.
no.
and
It
then
was
fixed
in the
it
garage
up.
all those years. We drove it till 1988,
Yeah.
and then we just stuck it in the corner of the garage and piled my collection of stuff on top of it.
Shows that it's good to
That's
keep
right.
everything.
That's
That's
you
right.
keep
That's why you don't get rid of
everything.
anything.
That is true. It was good to keep
Including-
everything.
Including Chevy Novas.
Including Chevy Novas. So if you have one, don't throw it away.
Don't throw it away.
Good day.
I think it was a good day.
Hey, everybody. If you're here on replay, leave us a note.
Yep.
Leave us a comment. We read all that stuff.
Let us know what you want to see for next week.
Yeah, let us know what you'd like to see for next week. We can do any season. You're going to have to, any season, any theme, pretty much about anything. I'm willing to try to put it
Yeah.
together. We did sunflowers last week. Those turned out really
Yeah,
pretty.
that was nice.
Bright and cheerful. But, give us a little bit of love, give us a like, give us a comment, subscribe to our channel, go see us on YouTube. What else? Have I missed anything? You know,
Instagram,
TikTok. Yeah, we've got all that stuff. But just support small businesses. If you can't support us, support other small business in your community, restaurants, whatever it is. And I think we'll do it with that.
We'll see you next week.
Have a great week,
Bye, guys.